welcome to the anti-interview.
Hello, humans.
You didn't do it.
Really am.
This is where we're at. We're here right now. It is this time and this day, and you're hearing this live right
It's
now.
night.
And we're going, and day and night has no difference
night.
if you think about it, you know.
Night day.
But it's
We're
like
timeless here at the anti-interview.
we're just chilling, talking about shit, and we was like, yeah, let's roll it. So we rolling it. Yeah, we chilling
We
and
rolling on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't sing any more of that.
dude, I'm trying. Yeah, so we trying to go to the mountains, right? We trying to go to camping and.
Colorado.
What is the best thing?
And I'll tell you guys about where I went in Colorado. I went to two places that are like stand out to me. So the first one was at the Sangre de Cristos, which is Blood of Christ. In Spanish, it's mountains. And like we went to the base of these mountains, and there was really bad mosquitoes, but we were like, when we get up in altitude, like the mosquitoes will be like gone, you know. Like, we won't have to worry about it. So we fucking got out of the car right to hike this mountain. We smoked some weed real quick. Me and my stepdad, and we were like about to head up there. And the mosquitoes were already really bad. And we start walking up this trail, and I'm telling you, it was like it went from where you could see a bunch of them at once to just clouds of fucking mosquitoes. And we were like walking, and my stepdad was getting eaten up. And
Eating up or eating up?
eating up. I'm Southern. I say eating up.
Eating
But
up.
no, my stepdad like was chilling. I needed to go use the restroom, so I went down to this creek. It was like off the trail a little bit.
Oh,
And
off
bro,
the trail.
The
Breaking the
mosquitoes
fourth
were
wall.
yeah.
Gotta be safe.
The mosquitoes were so bad, bro. Like I couldn't even piss, bro. But they were like like it wasn't just clouds, bro. It was black. Like you couldn't see. There would be seconds where I couldn't see. I'd have to go like this.
You try to go piss, they're like.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, those mosquitoes out there be trying to suck our dicks and shit.
But then we so after that we stayed with this guy, this hippie who was like he was like
he a
telling our
random hippie?
futures, and I was like, dude, whatever. Man.
Was he a random
like,
hippie?
He was an Airbnb we stayed with.
Oh,
And he was
shit.
like
He
telling
was
us,
a random hippie, wasn't he?
No, but he was telling us, we were like complaining about the mosquitoes.
He's like, I'm the free hippie that comes with the Airbnb.
We were complaining to him one night when we got back about the mosquitoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, the mosquitoes are just gonna share your energy.
No.
And that's all that it is. And I was like, but if I get fucking bit and get sick and get fucking, you know, some kind of...
Sure, how about
Lyme
you
disease or whatever it
share
is.
your energy?
Yeah.
So
He's like, yeah, dude,
But,
go out there, like I'm trying to like walk, dude, like be my shield,
And
be
then
my
the
Yeah,
hippie-
be my
shield.
Sherpa.
The hippie
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't know
saying
if
all
it is.
that bought an
It's a
electric
person who
bug
kites
zapper.
people in mountains.
What'd you say?
He bought an electric bug zapper anyway. So it's like...
Oh, he's like,
I don't want them
He's
sucking on
bullshit.
my energy,
Yeah,
but your
exactly.
energy,
See,
that's
he just be-
fine.
Yeah.
he just be hearing that too much. He's like, nah, dude, it's good for you.
Yeah.
He's
But,
like, all right, whatever, I'll get one of these. No, but see,
uh,
that's the question. Should mosquitoes be killed?
No, because it'll
Things.
disrupt the circle or whatever
Okay,
for like
then
bats. And
when you
those
feel a
things.
little nip
I'm
on
not
your,
saying I'm totally okay with
I'm
like being
saying,
eaten.
would
I'm just,
you
like,
kill mosquitoes?
Technically,
I remember...
Would
They
you?
got nylon.
I remember I had this
They got
acid trip.
So
malaria.
yes,
They got
everybody
rot.
would kill
With
mosquitoes.
this dog named Roscoe, which was Fuckface's dog.
I remember that dog.
I was out back at this guy named Devin's house, and I was tripping on acid. And I was sitting there with the dog, just petting him, and I had my shirt off, and I was getting eaten
that was a
alive by
skater.
mosquitoes, bro. Like there was so many mosquitoes on me, and yeah,
You're talking
I
about a
said
skater.
something like
You're
that.
talking
I
about a
was
skater,
like,
Devin, aren't you?
I was like, I'm just one with nature, man. So I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah,
but
but you're probably fucking mad tripping though, and so is he.
yeah, I was petting that dog, bro, staring at the stars, just like feeling.
when we were tripping,
Yeah, dude, you can't do that with a cat.
when we were tripping on his birthday, we were all outside and one of us got bit. We were like, yeah, I think I'm getting bit.
It's like, what's
too."
happening?
And we all
Start hand
slapping-
running.
Yeah.
We start running. We're like,
No, we were like slapping ourselves like, here, let me get the bug spray, and all of us did it, and we were still like,
not me. I don't take no
"Ooh."
bug
That's
spray.
it,
I,
you
don't,
were the only
I trust a
one.
mosquito over I trust some bug spray. Shit.
Yeah, but it's just like, it just led to a chain of everyone being like, yeah, me too. Like, there's something on me.
Yeah, see, the
That's
thing
funny.
is, I can't even remember that.
I remember.
I can
every
remember it
moment.
till like 3 days ago, and that's it.
See?
It's
I'm
like,
spawning here.
Shit.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, no.
Oh, your jacket! Oh, the wires!
The wires in the jacket.
Oh my!
It sounded like a stream. It just continually kept going.
Yeah, it's pouring into my shoe and onto her hat as well.
That's fine. It happens, you know.
Yeah, my shoe.
Maybe maybe the chair wanted to get drunk.
You can just put them in the washer. And be alright.
I don't wanna
I
put
mean,
my
shit.
shoes
Who
in
puts
the
their
water.
pants in the
Leather.
washer,
No, just use
anyways?
Cold and
Who
don't-
puts their pants in the
leather?
washer? I
leather?
haven't washed my pants in fucking 3 months.
You
Just get a hose.
wash
No, I'm
your
playing.
pants.
But yeah,
I
so
wash your
second
pants.
second place we went to in Colorado was this place called Ouray, and we climbed a mountain called Mount Sneffels. But there's a place called Blaine Basin, which if you ever go to Colorado, go to Blaine Basin. Blaine Basin. But pretty much you climb up, kind of back and forth up
You can
this
take the
incline.
cushion off if you want, if you're sliding.
I'm gonna clean that up.
No, it's okay. You don't
No,
need to
it's
clean
fine,
Up. Yeah,
it's
just
fine.
sit down.
No, yeah,
My
you're
tummy
good.
hurts. I'm gonna lay down.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Do you want me to we'll go with you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, wait, talk.
But yeah, so as I was saying, and we went to this place called Blaine Basin. It was a really beautiful, cool spot. And you take a winding trail up the side of this mountain. It gets pretty tough towards the end. It gets pretty steep. Not as tough as the climb to Mount Sneffels was. Not even close. But it was still pretty steep. You know, the air was kind of thin. Alpine trees. You know, we were that high up. But yeah, so we got to this basin, and it was just the most gorgeous, breathtaking sight. Like,
Real.
you could see the mountain, and then there was a river flowing down the middle of this hill that was like cascaded with flowers, like all different colors, and like little patches where the river, you know, cut through the dirt.
It's very visual.
And oh man, it was beautiful. And you could see the mountain way on the top, and I was pointing at it, and I was like, "That's the mountain we're gonna climb."
Dude,
And we
this-
ended up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
No. Continue your story.
But we ended up. So we went up I don't know if I think it's the south side of Mount Sneffels, was where we went up to Blaine Basin. Because Blaine Basin, you can climb to Mount Sneffels from Blaine Basin, or you can. But really, what you want to do is take this trail that goes by these 3 lakes that are like step lakes. You know, like a couple hundred feet, a lake, a couple hundred feet, not a lake, but like a pond. And you go up to the very top, and you can take this long ridge that goes up to Sneffels. But what we did is we drove around the backside of Sneffels instead of going the Blaine Basin way. The next day, we went around the back. Very scary drive, man. I'm talking cliffs where you'd look down and like you'd have that vertigo shit where it'd be like it'd fucking zoom in and out.
So was this more of hiking or was it camping? I mean, were you camping or were you hiking?
We were camping and hiking, yeah, but we were at like KOAs.
Dude, I've
it's
never
not
been
like we were
camping
just, like,
before.
camping. But yeah, we had tents and shit. But yeah, when we climbed when we climbed Mount Sneffels, we pulled up the car as far as you can drive, and there's this little path where there's a river and some rocks, and we didn't want to risk it. So we just parked down there. And we went all the way up this long winding road. We passed the entrance where you can drive up to. That was like the entrance to the trail to Mount Sneffels, which is actually the mountain the Journey to the Center of the Earth is based off of.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, but so you climb up, and you just keep climbing, man, and every 100 feet, you know, the environment changes. And we were at 12, 13, then we got to 14, you know? I mean, that was way later on, but we got to about 13, and it was snow everywhere. There was a little pond at the very top of this crest, close to the peak, that was a frozen little pond, and it was very cool to look at. And so we climbed up this, you know, it got steeper and steeper and steeper, and then you reach this wall. And it was, I mean, the snow was thick up there. It wasn't like we didn't make it to the top. The snow was very thick.
Oh, so was it cold?
Yeah,
Oh.
and it was thick, and the air was thin. But So we got to this place.
That's like extra.
It reminds you what it's like to be human, bro. And it's the best feeling in the fucking world.
That's
man.
exactly what I was gonna interrupt you with earlier, but I'll let you continue.
It's the best feeling in the world, man. To feel human, like be connected with your mother, you know.
Well, if you're gonna continue on that
side of the all,
and see if you're gonna continue with that, then it's like, I mean, if you think about it, the people way in the past, like way long time ago, like that's what they had to do. Like they had to like navigate through these mountains and go and travel and walk on the land, and it's like people died early, but it's like to like there was a lot of hardships and bad things, but it's like to die early with the earth. Yeah. Like I feel like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's the best experience.
Connecting.
Life,
yeah, it's like even if you're 27 and you're just walking down the road and like there is no road. You're walking down the meadow. You're walking down the path, down the mountain, up the mountain, and you don't make it. It's like at least that was the reason why you didn't make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like. So it's like I feel like that's like really connective. Like way back then, motherfuckers like were dying, walking. You know, they was dying on a horse. Like they died like how they should die. And now it's totally different. But it's like connecting with that nature is so important. Yeah. Bro. And that's why stories like that are very important. So continue.
Yeah. So we about 13.5 or maybe it was 14 even. We hit this like very very steep hill. And like I'm talking like it's so steep that like when you film it with the camera from the steepness, like from on it, it's where it looks like it's not even steep, you know? Like it's one of those where it's like so steep that if you record it, you just can't get the angle right because it's like nothing describes it like being your height and looking down and being like, man, if I fucking trip right here, I'm tumbling 30 feet down this fucking sheer face of rock and boulders.
I quadruple dive.
Yeah, like you're just falling, man.
Yeah, like
and then
extra depth.
Guess what's 100 yards after that? If you keep falling down, there's a fucking cliff.
It's not falling off of one story.
You'll fall 600 feet.
It's not falling off of one story. Like that is like extra level. It's like Grand Canyon type shit.
And I mean, so we started climbing up, and these were boulders. I mean, it wasn't like. It started off boulders, then it got smaller towards the top, you know, more like the shell type shit. But so you're climbing up, getting over these, and my stepdad, he's about 50. He was 50 at the time, and he stopped about halfway up the saddle because the air was thin, man. Like you were. Yeah. But so I got up and I went all the way up to the saddle, which is so pretty much on Sneffels. There's that very steep hill, the saddle. You go up a path through this V in the rock that you can see at the top of the saddle. You go up the saddle, look to your right if you're facing down the cliff you just climbed, and there's a V and you can see the path that goes up. Then you take a right, and what's weird, bro, is you see that and you think it's the peak, but actually it's another about 600 feet to the peak. So even after you take that turn, you have to climb 600 fucking feet. So
holy shit! And how far high was that? Like how up in the altitude was that?
Mount Sneffels is 14,700, I think.
For real?
14,700 feet.
Holy shit!
And we were at about 14,000. I thought you were about to say
1,400.
Woo! No, 14,000.
That's way high. Yeah. Holy shit! No wonder they be smoking so much weed out in Colorado.
Yeah. I was on that saddle though, and I could see the V. And I've seen videos of them climbing it, and you can look it up right now if you're on YouTube. Just pause the video, go watch a hike of Mount Sneffels, and come right back. But
or just look it up on Google while you're using YouTube Premium.
And so you take that V, you go up, you curve to the right, pretty much adjacent with the saddle, but you go up about 100 or so feet, and then you go up to the summit, and. I mean, I've never been up there, man. My dream is to go back and do that and climb that, and like that'll mean a lot to me to go back and complete the task.
Were you stoned?
No.
Dude, imagine being stoned up there. Holy shit.
But the thing is, man,
imagine
is like
tripping shrooms.
What you gotta do, bro, is you gotta wake up super fucking early.
Yeah, because when it becomes nighttime.
What I suggest you do if you're ever gonna climb Mount Sneffels is bring a tent, bring a big ass backpack,
and like a bunch of extra shit.
Like hike through the lakes.
You would need like 2 backpacks. You would need like 2 or 3 backpacks.
Well, if you had like 4 people, like
you couldn't do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You could.
You could, but it's like you could
It'd be
also
very
die.
hard. Yeah,
You know what I'm
it'd be
saying?
very
It's
hard.
like it would be more likely to die if you went by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, just generally,
Yeah.
anybody that went, they would die if they went by themselves more than
Yeah.
likely. But it's like technically, to me, I feel like 4 backpacks worth of shit, plus an extra bag. You know what I'm saying? Plus a camera, plus all the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because shit like that got to be documented. But like, that is dangerous. Like that is extremely dangerous. But that's what people need to do. Like I would rather somebody, honestly, in my opinion, I'd rather somebody go die on a mountain because they were climbing it than somebody go die and getting shot in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or taking a pill. It's like, go take the pill of life. You know, go die in nature and don't die by the society. But don't die and like live a long life. But it's just like, still, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that connecting with that nature is so important. Continue with that more though.
But yeah, so I never got up to the peak, but I got to the saddle. I heard my stepdad call my name, so I ended up sliding down. And what I did is I think it's called a glissading. But what you do is like down a steep incline, you just kind of slide, like on your butt.
Slide, baby, slide.
You like just slide down slowly.
Where'd her water go?
Is that her water? This her water?
She's gonna lay down for a minute. She just drank too much. So she's like really uneasy. She hasn't drank a lot in a while, so I'm giving her water and kind of building her back up. But she'll be back out.
All right, I'll leave that up to you. I mean, usually when usually when I lay down, when I've been drinking too much, I don't get back up for like another 8 hours, you know. But anyways, continue your story.
But I was sliding down and I was pretty much sliding. I actually lost my wallet up there. It was in my back pocket. But I was sliding down, kind of sliding, and it was a bunch of shell on the saddle, and I was just sliding down, man, just coasting. Kind of like I had a walking stick. I was kind of using it to like. It was almost like it was water, like you're on a raft, but you're just sliding down the hill, and it was so steep where you're just going, bro. And you use the like I had to use the fucking my walking stick is like a handbrake. I actually broke it. It was an alpine branch that was fucking strong as shit, and I actually ended up breaking it because I was going so fast that I had to like stab it into the ground, and it was like.
Dude, what you're describing to me is like a trip, you know, like it's a trip it's a trip that people that are like tripping, like they don't experience enough.
Yeah.
Like people trip so they don't have to take that trip. You can take that trip that's better than any fucking acid or shrooms or DMT or anything. That's life, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's like, what you're describing sounds like a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like water going up a mountain. You're like, what? You know, it's like earth and then like the water, earth and water and fire and air. You know what I'm saying? There's all these different things, and it's like I feel like they can be described in multiple. See, like you said, I don't know. Like we planning on talking about all this deeply, but it's like you're really making me fucking really think about that shit.
Yeah, man. And I even talk like because I do Uber for the people that are listening. And like, I picked up a lot of people. One thing I say to people is like a lot of the time is like, man, go hiking. You know, go out and like. Just experience life because I feel like it grounds me at least, you know, and I feel like it grounds most people too to just kind of be alone, not even necessarily alone, but just be out and what created you.
Exactly.
You know? Instead of this infrastructure that we created, go out and know what created you.
Dude, that's what's crazy because I be feeling like the same.
But yeah,
that same urge to be out in nature. And shit.
Yeah. But anyway, I was gliding down, and my stepdad joined me when I got caught back up to him. Mm-hmm. And it was actually crazy because that hill I was talking about that was 100 yards off to that cliff, my stepdad got super close to falling off that shit.
What?
Because he was sliding down, and I stopped because I saw the hill, and I was like, Ron! And I was like, there's a cliff! And he didn't even see it. He was just having fun sliding down, you know, on the snow.
So did you go down and get him, or did he come back up?
No, he stopped. But he was like, there was 2 trails. There was one really close to the edge,
that probably
and one up on the hill, and he stopped at the one down there.
That probably made you hella close to him at that moment. I mean, just generally, it probably sent that, like, because, like...
That whole trip is very, like, it's very, like, because...
Dude, that's
me and my stepdad don't have the best past, but, like, that trip definitely solidified,
and
like,
it made you care about
respect. Yeah. Because, I mean, you're out there, and it's like... It's just y'all, you know, like that's it.
Yes, and that's all you got, dude.
And I remember when.
Yes.
So when I was coming down though, man, I got altitude sickness, which if people, you know, out there have never had motion sickness, or not motion sickness, sorry, altitude sickness. It is very, very bad. I can describe mine in at least the detail I remember it, but. So coming down, going up was fine. I had I think 4 waters with me. I ended up pouring one out for space because I took we hit one of those noon showers. Which if you're in the mountains around noon, there's always usually a little thunderstorm or a little rain that comes in. So if you're gonna hike, always be prepared for it to rain sometime while you're hiking. Because I mean, most people, wake up at like 6, go 7 o'clock start. It's like a 6-hour hike, so half the way in, you're gonna hit some rain. So I have my parka. It stopped raining, and I had to fold it up and put it in my bag. And I actually had a really small bag, which is a very bad idea. Bring a large backpack. And so I ended up having to stuff my tarpaulins inside of my backpack, and I had to throw one of my waters out. That was a mistake because coming down the mountain, I was hella dehydrated, and I started having altitude sickness. So it was like everything was way too bright, bad headache, and I was feeling nauseous. I was feeling like all my limbs were like I couldn't move them. And when we got down to the very bottom of back to the truck, I literally could almost not see. It was so bright because I was like fucked up, man. That altitude sickness is next level, like weird.
Yeah.
But we got in the truck.
He was up like 14,000 feet.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I actually have. If you guys.
We were
Like
only
when
we were only like what, like 7 or 5 or 5,000, 7,000.
I think 7,000 was.
Yeah,
no, I thought
eventually
it
we
went
got to
I thought it
7,000.
went higher.
Around that area though, but that's like double, like so
Yeah.
that's like way high, like shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
I could
remember
barely
Alright,
stand
so
in
here's-
Arizona, like shit. That
dizzy.
shit
So
was
here's
crazy.
Blaine
Yeah.
Basin. Right there.
Wow, it's
That's
so
Mount Snuffles.
pretty.
Wow.
Looks so cold.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful.
Man, I want to travel so bad. Like Arizona was really nice, but it's like I really want
There
to go
needs
to
to be
nature.
more. Yeah, there needs to be more, and like
Here's a better view of it. Right
gotta
here.
travel
Yeah, you
constantly.
can, I think this is
Yeah.
the same video, but yeah.
Because Arizona's really cool, but it's also just so small,
this is
like
us-
town-wise.
Well, I mean that's just where we were in Arizona,
Yeah.
That's the start of the hike up Mount Snuffles.
and you were already hella fucking.
And look
high,
at the
too.
difference. You see the green?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at this. No
Wow.
green. Everything's dead.
So that's like
We actually saw like one of those little squirrels that like only live in really high altitudes that are like,
Mhm.
Wow.
Super squirrels.
yeah. And then this shit right here, like that's a full panoramic view of like that's at 12.5.
Holy shit! Oh my gosh, that's
You
so.
see how it looks like another fucking world, man? It looks like a
It
Mars
does look like
or
a different
Yes.
planet.
Yeah.
It's so dope, and it's like to think that like the bottom of the ocean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
like,
gosh, see,
And
that's
then
that's
this-
what scares me. I'm not
Wow,
usually
so
You
you much
see how
higher.
steep that is, bro?
And you're
The
much
bottom-
higher, yeah.
The
and-
bottom is like, okay, so those were the boulders we were climbing up. The bottom is like, you can't even see it. That's how steep it is.
Bro, I wish we could throw the video up on on a stream, like.
We can. I mean, I can screen record this and send it to you, and we can. Edit
But see,
it.
also though, eventually though, with shit like
So-
this, like we're gonna be able to throw it up on the TV, and then like
this is on
we're
the
gonna
saddle.
film
This
the
is
whole
about
thing.
like, this is about 1400 right here.
Yeah,
And that's the V that you climb up to get to
dude,
the
you
top.
documented the whole thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's like the saddle, and
You need a lot.
so like right in front of me. Yeah, dude, I was fucked up coming down because I did not have
Scoop up
enough
the
water.
snow, man.
I literally was. When I was going down, I was literally eating the snow because I was so fucking dehydrated.
And
'Cause
when
you
you was
don't
going
realize,
up,
bro.
when you was going up, you're probably like,
I was hyped, bro. Yeah.
yeah, you're
It
like,
was-
I don't need no fucking water. I got enough
and,
water.
like, this is me sliding
so
down.
make sure to bring some
You see
water.
how steep that shit is?
Oh my gosh.
That's the way to do it, though.
Ah.
Yeah. It's so fun, man. Yeah, that was a long run, but yeah.
Dude, how long ago was this?
2019, so not too long ago.
I mean, dude, that is a good amount. Honestly, I had the vibe of like 3 years. I mean, it's almost 3 years, but like that's really cool, dude. Like, I want to do some shit like that. Like, that sounds
I'm telling
great.
you, bro.
I mean, see, I was just telling him that, like, the best way to die is to die in nature, you know, for natural causes or whatever. You climb in a mountain. I'd rather hear a story about, like, the homie dying from climbing a mountain than hearing that they got shot or took a pill and died. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a natural, like, that's the way,
Yeah,
you know, like, that's how they died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Is that they were exploring.
I had a conversation about this with Jared because, like, he talked about he knew someone that died from a spider bite, and I was like, man, that kind of sucks. I feel like that's a really lame way to die. Like, I feel like
It is.
I don't know.
But it is
it's
from
like,
nature, though, I mean, it's-
yeah, but it's like, does it really matter? Like, I forgot how. There was someone else.
It's probably better to die from that than die from fucking blowing your head off, right? You know?
Maybe.
Like, it's fucking actually more sad when somebody dies from a spider bite because you're like, what?
Yeah,
You know, they're
for
like,
sure.
damn, like they didn't do that. When somebody blowed a head off, they're like, well, I mean, they fucking wanted
Yeah.
to. I mean, that's what
I
they
knew
chose to
someone-
do. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
knew
still
someone
sad.
who got bit by a fiddleback, and he was in bed for like 3 days, and he was delirious, and he had the
Oh my
same
gosh.
dream
I hate
about
spiders.
being in Mars. He had a
Dude,
whole.
well, okay,
world
should we
of
kill
Mars.
spiders?
No.
What do you think? Should we kill spiders?
No.
No.
Yeah, we should definitely
No.
kill spiders.
Black widows should be not
Yes.
on this earth.
So
but-
Black
spiders,
widows are
yes.
docile, though.
So
They
that's the
won't mess
thing.
with us.
They
That's
won't.
exactly
Yeah.
the same type of shit when I asked
You
you
can
the
pick,
Fiddleback's
like,
question.
extreme, though.
even
So-
with black
so-
widows, you can pick them.
Yeah.
So whenever I said the
I
last
won't.
question, should we kill mosquitoes? Everybody's like, no. And then they're like,
Well,
well,
I mean, kill
what,
off.
I mean, like, you know, yeah, if they bite me.
Well, I'm just
Okay,
saying, yeah,
okay,
if it's
okay.
coming, it's
So
gonna
if you
come.
have
But
the
if you kill
chance,
them off
if you have the
completely, it
chance
will
to
mess
stop
up
a,
the
if
whole
no,
ecosystem.
if you have the no, but that's not what I mean. I don't mean kill all of
Well,
them.
that's what I
but
was
I'm saying,
asking.
no. If something is biting you, if a black widow or a brown recluse is about to bite you, and you can stop it from
Well,
fucking
yeah, flick
eating
it
your
off.
flesh. Okay, if that's the way you want to do it, then you're gonna take it outside, sure.
I
But
didn't say take it outside. I said flick it off.
okay, so then what are you gonna do after you flick it off?
Well,
you're
if
just
I
gonna
flick
let
it
it.
off, it's
You're just
going
gonna let it.
50 miles an hour
Okay,
toward the
so
wall,
you're just
so
gonna
it'd be
let it
dead.
just be in the place where it could affect you or affect any of your animals?
Well, no, I will.
No,
I will
you'll
say
put it
something. I'll
outside.
do like a Native
So,
American
yes.
prayer. It's like, I'm sorry, I have people around me that I care
Yeah, but
about.
that's
I don't want
like
anything to happen.
that's bullshit.
Bam.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna kill it, just like we'll kill a roach. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna kill something that is invading our space, right? But it's like, yeah, if they want to go exist in wildlife or whatever, then that's up to them. But
Also,
if they're
they don't
if
know
they're
what
in a
they're
place,
walking into. They have no idea that this house
yeah,
is
but it's like they
inhabited
probably
by
don't know.
humans.
Well, but they
even
probably
have that
do know. They
comprehension.
actually probably do know to some degree that whatever they're putting into you is going to kill you, or it can maim you,
Well,
or
they
no,
got
it's going to
that.
kill the thing that they're eating,
Well,
right?
of course.
So if you think about it in that regard, it's like, yeah,
What
maybe
you're saying,
we
though,
shouldn't
is
just
that-
go kill them, but
You're
we
saying
shouldn't.
that insects have foreknowledge, right?
I'm not.
What
I don't
they're
know,
doing.
but it's like they have the instinct ability to know that this is gonna like maim whatever is
What
in
if
front
that-
of me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's like they know that they're gonna try to eat it or that there's a threat. So
I mean, you
it's
could
just the
think of
same
the
with
same
us.
with
If it's a
humans,
threat,
yeah,
so
exactly.
if it's a threat, then kill it. But if it's not, then don't. That's all I'm saying. I mean, but to me, a roach infestation,
doesn't-
that is a threat to me. So I will stomp on any fucking roach I see. I don't just stomp
You
on
do not
spiders.
stomp on them. You're
I
like,
know because
a
I
roach,
yeah
and I have to come up
yes
and deal
exactly.
With it.
So that's the thing. I still won't even kill them. So I agree. It's hard to be like I want to kill this life, but you know instinctively if we go get a bug bomb, it's gonna kill all of them because almost they kind of deserve it. But the thing is that they're committing war on us. We're not committing war on them, right? We're not going out and trying to find all the roaches in the world and kill them. No, they're where we're at, and they're trying to fucking take over the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're trying to take over our little
over the
world,
world.
then we're gonna fucking kill them. As simple as that. And that's just literally just that. A mosquito bite me, I'm fucking slapping that shit. I'm not gonna feel bad about it either because I'm like, bro, you're
Yeah.
invading my fucking space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A spider
Yeah,
bite
when
me,
someone
I'm gonna
steps too
fucking
close
kill
to
it.
Me, I'm just stab.
A spider bites me and fucks up my whole shit, like Jalil, like fucks up his leg. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
kill
spider,
every
yeah.
spider I've ever fucking seen. You know what I'm saying? But I still, it's hard for me to kill spiders because I
Honestly,
agree.
I don't
It's
think
hard
I've
to
seen
just
you
be
kill
like,
a single thing.
yeah, because it's hard to. Like I can't just be like, "Ugh," you know.
Honestly, I don't like doing it either.
But
Like I
just
feel
as,
that
like, a-
negativity.
I know.
Because a friend told me, I'm not even a friend, just someone I worked with once. Like she read a book about how like killing things can like end up affecting your karma or like your energy in general. Like the
Mhm.
fact that you have like that sort of like hatred or anger to like hurt something else.
Yeah,
shows,
but
like,
see,
that
it's not
inner
just
little
hurting
buildup.
things though. It's like
Well,
if it's
also,
in,
you
it's
gotta
in the
look at it
invading.
from the perspective of like, if somebody's completely innocent, right? Like you were saying, kind of like a spider is.
Hmm.
If a person is completely innocent and they kill, not knowing that they're killing,
But see, that's not necessarily
does
what
the
I said
karma
about
affect them
that.
the same way as someone who acknowledges what death is and what they're doing to it?
I mean, dude, honestly, if you acknowledge what death is, then you know that it's going to send you to another plane of existence. So it's like, how is it necessarily bad to kill something
Yeah.
that is
If-
of the
if
nature
this is
of a
all-
mosquito? If it's a mosquito, I mean, yes, of course. But it's like, do you think that mosquito really wants to be a mosquito anyways? What if that's one of us, just trapped in a mosquito's body? I mean,
A
shit, it'd
reincarnation
probably
kind
be
of
hella
deal.
happy that it's not a mosquito
Yeah.
no more. You know, I don't know, but it's
Well,
like,
if you believe in the all, you know,
yeah, it's not good
everything
to.
that exists.
it's
is
not
part
good
of
to affect
everything
things.
else that exists.
But what about whenever you're walking outside and you
And
step
the
on a bunch?
spiritual-
But what about when you step on things on accident? You know what I'm saying? You're walking
Well,
in
then
like
that
the
goes
you-
into
grass.
you
the
run
point of,
over a
like,
turtle on
innocence of not
accident.
Or no, you're
understanding.
just walking in
Or
the
you
grass.
like hit a pug on
Do you ever
accident.
think
my
about?
gosh.
Do you ever think about? do you? Do you ever think about whenever you're? Do you ever think about whenever you're walking down the grass in the front yard, how many things you kill then, right? Do you ever
That's
think about
actually never crossed my mind, but you're right. I'd probably do stuff
I used to
like
think about that when I was a kid, you know, because
I know my-
Should we feel bad about that?
Well, because the only
Should we
thing
feel
is,
bad
like,
about that?
I have a 4-year-old and like he kills bugs,
And you're like,
and
oh
he
shit.
says, "Die, die."
Oh no!
You're dead.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm gonna dead these.
But see, that's
bugs."
something you
I'm
gotta
gonna
talk to him
But,
about.
like-
You know what I'm saying?
But does if he doesn't really understand what death is, because he still doesn't really understand what life is. You feel me?
You gotta let him. Yeah, just go.
So,
through it,
like-
the baby hope.
Is that the same of a sin, if you want to use that word, or a wrong thing to do?
No, dude, he's protected, dude. He's protected. Like,
Or does the innocence make it okay?
no, he's protected with his innocence. Like, it's like the innocence is like it is okay, but if he continues that throughout the rest of his life, then no, it's not okay.
Yeah.
If he's
But,
30 and he's
okay,
like, die, bud,
when,
die,
When we hit
then that's
that point, though, if innocence is important, right, and it's
Mhm.
where creativity is drawn from,
and then
like any
holding
good
that,
idea,
and like, yeah,
then holding on to it and keeping it should be a priority. So if somebody
course.
that's older does it, we don't really understand what death is.
of course.
So is it really that bad?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea.
I'm
I
just
have
trying
a
to get deep.
question, because it's like
I mean, but still, I have no idea.
I have a horrible fear of death. Sometimes I want to die,
Mm.
but it's like I'm afraid of like oblivion, just complete darkness, no matter what,
Yeah.
not seeing life or anything in it whatsoever. How would you approach life and death, like the conversation with your son once old enough, I guess, or like what if he comes up and he's like, "What is death?"
Oh,
Or,
he's,
like, what
he's
is life?
yeah. He's never asked me what is death. He's asked me if we die,
Yeah,
and he said what happens.
right.
And what I told him is, yeah, all humans die. Everything dies.
Hmm.
And he said, I think he asked me why, and that I couldn't answer. I
Mhm.
couldn't give him an answer to that.
yeah,
Because
and you're like,
even
I don't know. And like,
But
shit.
when it comes to life and death, I have my beliefs about life and death, and
Mhm.
I've watched a lot of like NDEs, and I've done a lot of study in religion, and I kind of think I know what it is, and I'm very comfortable in it. Which I feel like even a lot of Christians aren't comfortable with the fact of death, because
He
I
still
don't
doesn't
think they grasp
answer,
the
like,
understanding
why.
that like the all
Yeah.
is all. You know what I'm saying?
And see,
And,
that's
like,
where it takes from other like religions
Yeah.
and beliefs and stuff. You
But
know?
what I would say to my son is that just like life, it's nothing to be, like you shouldn't be afraid. I
Mhm.
feel like that's one thing I try to teach him a lot, because he is kind of like a pussyfoot. Like not to like say pussy or anything, but like he's kind of like timid,
Yeah.
And I try to teach him that like he gives up really quick on things. He doesn't like playing the piano because it's hard.
Yeah.
Like automatically shuts it down, which I don't know where he gets that, but like I try to teach him, to like not give up, to keep it going.
I mean,
And I think that'd be the same way I tell him about life and death, is like death should never be something you fear,
Yeah.
because it's something that will happen, just like life will happen.
So-
and nothing in life you should ever fear.
so did you ever
Because-
like question?
Nothing's worse than death, right? And if you don't fear death, then you shouldn't fear anything.
Do you ever think about
this
like?
either.
Do you ever think about like teaching him like any like specific beliefs?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to a Lutheran academy right now, so he knows what God is.
I mean, so like,
He-
but do you
he-
ever
like,
like?
he
But
asks
do
us
you ever think about?
What?
I mean, see, I want to hear what you're gonna say though. So
Well,
it's
but
like-
he asked this question one time because I guess at his school they say Jesus is in your heart, and he asked me one time. He was like, Dad. I was like, what? And he was like, how do I get Jesus out of my heart? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I don't want him in my heart. I was like, I don't.
See, and that's where it's like I feel like they learn, like people learn like in the wrong ways. I feel like whether Jesus, people believe that Jesus is the way or not, or Buddha's the way, or whoever's the way. It's like they try to like really like instill it into people to where they're like, but wait, I'm trying to figure myself out first, you know, and we have to
See,
figure
that's
ourselves out. Yeah.
exactly. That's his train of thought. I think behind it is that like
He's like,
instead
I'm
of
trying to
being
figure
like,
out me
Jesus is
before
in
I
my
figure
heart,
out this
he's
other
like-
guy. Yeah.
He's like, I want Jesus out of my heart. I want my heart.
But
to
he's
be
also
me.
like
he's
he's
thinking
a kid, so he's thinking literal like a.
But no,
Yeah,
I would think like
he's
a toy
inside.
inside.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
how
and
do
it's
I
he's
get
almost-
also
up?
thinking on like a
It's-
whole deeper level
yeah.
than I feel like even we could understand.
And it's almost
you
like
know?
also like he's, like you were saying, like he's like, I don't want Jesus in my heart. I want him out here, so I
Yeah.
can see him. You know, kind
like
of thing.
yeah.
Or just like
Could
I
be
don't
like
want
that.
anything
But
inside
see,
of
also
me.
maybe
He
it
probably
could be
doesn't even
like-
know like a stomach.
Maybe
you
he
know?
just doesn't understand the translation of I
Yeah.
guess what that is
He does
supposed to
say
mean of
sometimes
like
like when
faith,
he
you
eats
know,
food,
like
he'll say, "My heart hurts," and he'll hold his stomach.
yeah. So he's still figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I feel like telling like if you like told him the thing like well what they're saying is like it's like about faith. You know, it's not about like he's literally.
Yeah.
In your heart, he's like literally.
exactly,
it's like it's faith and it's a belief. But see, like it's gonna take some time for him to
Well, I give him,
understand
yeah,
the
and I
like
give him
the
hints and
abstract
stuff like
things.
that. Like I'm never gonna be like, because his attention span isn't very big as a 4-year-old. So like I'm not gonna sit there and be like,
Yeah,
this is what I believe.
but see,
like,
no, dude, if you do though, like you'll probably ingrain it into his memory
Yeah.
later on.
Well,
in
I
life,
want him.
see.
I want him just like my mom did to me. Like she gave me good roots,
and give you
but
the
like
choice
I
though,
ventured out.
and give you the
and,
choice.
Yeah, I ventured out and explored different religions. I didn't believe in God for a little bit.
Yeah, me either.
I actually didn't believe in anything for a while.
And it's good that
And
we
it
went through
came
that.
back around. You know what I'm saying? And then actually, crazy story. There's this guy named Andronicus who was the son of a preacher who worked at Walmart, and I didn't believe in shit, bro. I was like Buddhist. I didn't believe in any higher power or anything like
Yeah.
that. And one night he was like, "Hey man, you all right?" Like when we were getting off work, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm good."
Yeah,
He was
you
like,
alright?
he was like, and Andronicus is a guy in the Bible, like, but I forgot what he does, but I'm pretty sure he spreads the word or whatever, like spreads knowledge or something.
That's interesting.
But Andronic, yeah. So he
I'm on a prophet.
and he was like, bro, he was like, it's weird, bro. Like, and I'm not gay or anything, but he was like the like what I would imagine a girl would think was the perfect dude. You know what I'm saying? He looked Greek. He
You had to
looked really
preface
buff.
it with "I'm not gay" or anything.
Well, I'm just saying.
What?
But like,
But he was freaking
But this
hot.
motherfucker was like, he
no,
was
he was
Damn.
like, it
He's
was like,
I would have.
as a man though, you can look at another
cake.
guy and be like, that's who I want to be, kind of thing. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And even in the backest part of your mind.
No,
'cause
yeah,
even
of
though the
course,
ego's
like, I
there,
mean,
you can still be like that.
That's
But
like
he,
the idolizing or emulating us, like
Yeah.
seeing somebody that you're
but
like,
it's not
that's
like
a good
I'm
example.
mimicking him or anything
But it's a
like
good
that,
example.
But I can tell.
It's an example, you know.
Yeah. But he, one night he was like, you want to pray with me, man? You all right? And I was like, sure,
You're like,
man.
yeah,
I was like,
maybe.
why not? And I prayed with him, and I like talked to whatever, God or the all, for the first time in a while. And then like 2 weeks later, I found a folded up piece of Revelations in the bathroom when I was like on my break, and I opened it, and it was talking about like the Lamb and all this stuff. And I was into cults at the time, like I was looking up David Koresh and the Lamb that he talked about. And then it got me into where I was like looking up shit, and I looked up that there's evidence in the desert somewhere in the Middle East that shows where Moses split the rock, and there's like a big rock on the path that he would have taken. It's like split, and there's a bunch of, in the middle of the desert, there's a bunch of erosion in this big ass fucking like pond, and it looks like all of it stemmed from this rock. And so and there was more evidence, like they found at the base of what they think is Mount Sinai, which is where he climbed to get the 10 Commandments. Moses did. And when he climbed up there, as he was climbing, they made like a pagan worship at the base, and they were like dancing around it and shit. And if you go down there, there's a big stone thing that's blocked off with fences, and you can see it on YouTube, but it's blocked off and broken. And it's a big table, and there's like hieroglyphs on it of a bull. And it says in the Bible that they were worshiping a bull.
And why would they try to keep us away from that?
Yeah, it's all caged off. You can't go to the top.
Why would they keep us away from that? It's like every single time.
Or it's just people that would
No, but
try
it's
to
like
damage
every
it.
single time, though. Yes, exactly. But also, I mean, yeah, that's true. Because
like,
yes,
or even someone
because
just trying to take pieces
but see,
from
that's
it,
the
'cause
thing.
it's like,
Yes,
they're like,
and that's
for
the
example,
thing.
The Great Wall of China,
Every
pieces
single
are
thing,
being taken.
but every single thing that is like a document in some way, something that documents some sort of Bible proof, they try to close it off and they try to dismiss it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They do, yeah. I mean, it's like, bruh, like, why the fuck they ain't, like, out there talking about the giants? Like, how they found the bones of the giants, and how they found the bones of the ship that Noah did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not the bones of the ship, but still,
they do talk about that, though.
But it's like, no, it's not out there. It's not out there every day. We're not on the news.
Yeah,
Like, we found this. They talking about some other shit. They're trying to disconnect us from that, because if we found out, like, oh, wait, some of the stuff the Bible said possibly may have been true, then it's like, no, cage it off. No. Blackout, media blackout. Don't talk about it. That's not important. What Kim Kardashian did was important. It's not what finding bones of giants, which was spoke of within the Bible. It was spoke of within the what was the extra book, the Book of Enoch or something, like all these different things. And the giants were supposedly created by angels. So it's like angels with humans and then creating giants. It's like I don't know, they try to close that stuff off, and that stuff crazy. They're gonna loop that in with conspiracy theory. Why not? I'm just saying.
I don't know, because it's like,
well, I think through YouTube and shit like that, different media sources, it's not like that anymore, because you can still find the information out there.
You can, but
you
it's
can
like
find,
it's slowly dripping away though. It's not there as much as it used to be. And it's like they're trying to link that in with crazy conspiracy
what they
theories.
say about God, like if you go searching for a higher power, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course, but it's like some things that can document the proof.
Yeah.
They disavow it. They say no, they ignore it. That's the way that they disavow it. They don't treat it. They make it a conspiracy.
I don't know about that, because it's like whenever Notre Dame burned down, it's like the only thing that didn't burn or was damaged was the crown of thorns that they had.
I mean, possibly. But it's like, I don't know, but I'm talking about now.
Well,
it's like, why is the
saying,
mainstream media not talking about these things that are going on in the world that have actually some implication to being related to anything, whether it's the Bible or the Quran or anything? Why don't they draw to that? They draw to everything that is anti that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, but this is me just asking. I'm just curious, because like,
just from my perspective, because I mean, religion's not even pushed in like schools. You know, it's just like having that belief. I think because it's just so free now that. And there can be a lot of issues with that. And I mean, I can say, I will say that, like, yeah, you know, sometimes religion is pushed out of the way. You know, I don't think it is all the time.
I'm not saying religion is good at all. I'm just saying that some of the things, I know, I don't think you are. I'm just saying that it's not just about religion. It's just about some of these things that were documented that are actually coming to life that is not getting enough attention. That's my point. So it's like, why would they do that? You know, and it's like, I'm not saying, because I haven't really read the Bible like that, but I know some of these specific things that to me indicate some sort of proof somewhere. You know, I'm not an archaeologist, scientist, doctor, or anything, but it's like, I'm just saying, it's like, to me, that's interesting that they would cage off things that could have some sort of correlation to a very long time ago. As people of the earth, shouldn't we care about that to some degree? Why is it so susceptible to be one-sided than the other? It's like, oh, we care about the native indigenous land, but we don't care about some shit from fucking 5,000 years ago? You know what I'm saying? To me, that is the same type of thing, because I feel like they are all interconnected. So it's like the history of indigenous people all across the world, because there's indigenous people all over, from Africa, India, America, South America, all these different places. It's like, to me, if that history is interesting, then the history from like fucking 5,000 years ago should be just as interesting.
And it is.
So why should they cage it off and make it where we can't research it?
I would say.
I'm just curiously wondering.
Off,
you know?
like literally, because I mean, because he has that information. He brought it up, so it is
Yeah.
something that is known and out
But see,
there.
but that's like a specific example. I brought up like
Like,
a
here,
metaphorical.
I
brought up a metaphorical example of like they found stuff and then they're not talking about it. So it's like
Well, I got a
the
story
media is
about,
caging
like,
it off.
the,
Yeah, here you
so
go.
how far back the church and like conspiracies like that go is like, I actually saw this documentary about this church way back in the day in like Italy or something during the medieval times. They had a wooden statue of Jesus that supposedly
Oh,
opened and closed, like blinked. It
Mhm.
opened its eyes, and like it was one on the cross, you know, like a wooden statue, and it
Mhm.
would blink, it would cry blood, and it would talk, and you could go up to it and it would tell you if you're being damned or not, like damned to hell or not. And so for the longest time, people thought this like, you know, like it was real, and it was like an attraction, like people would go see this Jesus, you know, that was. And but people, this team did some research on it, and they found out that the priests who were the monks
Mhm.
who were working there, actually built a puppet made out of wood,
Really?
statue, that they could blink its eyes by like
Mhm.
rolling a ball that was two different colors like that,
Mhm.
and then they had like little pipes right here that would make it, you know, they put like fluid into it, make it look like it's crying.
Dude, South Park
And they'd have a
parodying that
mouth.
shit.
They'd have a mouth that moves.
Yeah.
And it's just wild to think that, like, you know, like you talk about them, like, trying to change the perspective, you know, and like
And that's,
how
that's
long
the same
that's
type
been
of
going
thing
on.
too,
You know
and
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
fabricating
It's been going on
shit
since
too.
the beginning of time. People trying to
Fabricate it.
swindle or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, do some grimy shit to the people who genuinely believe in something, you know?
Mhm. So I mean, maybe them
puppets,
caging off
masters.
things is actually maybe it could be proof to the same type of thing of where they're just fabricating shit.
Yeah.
So it's like who
Well,
knows
but-
what
Yeah.
the perspective
At the
is.
at the top of Mount Sinai, in that documentary, they say that when God came down to give the Ten Commandments, that it was on fire. He was like, it was the top of the mountain was on fire,
Mhm.
like the. But anyway, the rocks on top of the mountain are all black. If you look at it, they're all black, like they've got burnt or something.
Wow.
And they actually got permission by the government to go up to the top of there, and they got the rocks, and it was like glass, like dark black glass, like something really hot had landed there, and like burned the ground, you know. And so that's when I, going back to like my route towards, you know, my beliefs, that's when I first was like seeing the proof in like video form, but still in kind of person,
Mhm.
and seeing realistic like evidence that in my mind supports biblical, you know,
Proof.
yeah, it made me believe. And then like I started reaching out for it, and that's when we were hanging out with Jaden all the fucking time. And
Really?
yeah, it was
So
around
that's
that time.
what led to that. I mean, it's
And
like
I saw like
we
I
were
saw
seeing
a vision one
777
time.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and like
I saw a vision one time of a blue cross in the sky, and I thought it was like a lamppost way off in the distance. It was when like she forgot something, and it was like three of us or something, and everybody went inside, and I was standing outside waiting for you guys, and I looked up and like saw that, and it flickered on because I was sitting there and I was talking to God, because that's when I used to pray every day, and I was just talking out loud kind of thing, praying.
mhm.
And I looked up, and as soon as I looked up, it looked like a lamppost turned on. It was like a blue cross. And I was like, that's fucking trippy. And I
I
was
think
like
I remember
sitting
you
there-
telling me, but you told me
Yeah,
about that, didn't you?
I was
like
sitting
way
there like
back then.
thinking about like just talking. And then as soon as I heard Jaden's voice, when you guys came back outside, it went. And I like looked there was no fucking
I
light
remember
pole.
you telling me
There
that
was
shit.
no light pole, there was no nothing in the distance. It was just literally just
Dude,
a...
I remember you telling me that exact thing.
Yeah, dude, it was the trippiest shit I've ever seen. And then, like, the night that, you know, fuckface fucked my BM, bro, I literally had, like, some weird out-of-body experience type shit.
It
that
was
night,
like an
bro.
inversion of that
Yeah,
other thing.
like, the suffering was so intense that it, like, somehow
It
pushed
brought-
me out of my body,
it's
bro.
like
It was
it-
fucking weird shit.
Dude, no,
And
that's
I was
like
talking to
literally
God the
the
whole
total
time.
inversion of exactly that situation that you described. I mean, in
Yeah.
my opinion, because like, I mean, dude, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like in that time when we was chilling, we was just seeing 777 all the fucking time, all the time. I mean, as I was, Jaden
Yeah.
was seeing 777 everywhere. We was all seeing it. It's like, and then we sat down and painted. and we all painted the same shit. Whether like either way, it's like I painted the pink and blue, and and Jaden painted pink and blue. You painted the nature. And Destiny painted nature too.
The 2 trips.
Yes.
That
and then it all linked into 97 somehow. It was fucking weird, dude. Like I can't. It's just like when I try to tell you the synchronicity of all this extra shit. Like, I was like, look at the list. Like, yeah, it's continued. It's just like we just kind of accepted.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh yeah, whatever. I mean,
yeah. That was like the realization of like, holy shit, like we're onto like a vein of knowledge. Or
I hope to God that she's like on, like. The good, you know what I'm saying? Because neither of us like heard from her, like we don't know what's going on with her.
She's doing good. I follow her Snapchat.
But it's like I hope that she's just like continuing that path because like she helped link in this connection of like of God to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not just the Bible God.
Oh yeah,
or the whatever
loyalty,
God.
man.
Yes.
Like friendship. For sure, man. It was like grounded.
Dude, I remember it's like we was sitting there tripping like hella, like we was like. We had like a whole bunch. We had 7 people on this one night. It was 7 people. We tripped. It's like that shit was crazy. We tripped with 7 different people, and then like and then the storm came in, and then like Quinn was like fucking like surfing on the. He was like getting blown away by the wind and shit. Like that shit was crazy, dude. And it's
like I didn't like that night. Okay, so get this. We were all sitting there tripping, right? And Kobe. You know who? I don't know if you ever met Kobe.
He was at one of the shows and he was helping us.
Yeah, he
whenever
was
he knocked over
whenever
he knocked over the computer, he was helping us.
Yeah, with the goatee. Well, he was over there that night with his
helping.
girlfriend, and we were all tripping watching cartoons, and then they were in the back room, him and his girlfriend, and we just heard, oh. And we were like, oh god.
Yeah, we're like, oh come on, dude, we're trying to trip on shrooms. He's like, oh, beer and shrooms? I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine with me. I'm like, bro, that make you have a heart attack. He's like, oh, I'll do it. He's like, oh, and like, taking it on. I'm like, whoa, dude, like, holy shit. And then fucking then that other chick, like, see, that's so funny because you remember the other chick, that one other chick that was chilling around at the time, like with the very bad vibe.
Jessica?
Yeah, she had a very bad vibe. Like she was like, she was just there. You know what I'm saying? Like just there. And it's so funny because like what I saw, like one of the lessons I learned is that because we had that trip, we went up to that what was it, the hill near the neighborhood with Destiny and the other person. Yeah. And we went up there, and like I had a life-changing experience. It was the day that this motherfucker dissed me, as all this shit was happening. It was the other homie was threatening to kill me. The other homie was threatening to kill me, and I was sitting down, and we finally got up.
And I brought my guitar, and dude, we should do
the
that
sun
again,
came out.
man.
The sun came out. The sun fucking came out after a whole day of cloudiness. As soon as we got to the top, the sun came out.
We got to the.
And then the wind just. And it just took everything away, and I had total acceptance.
On the guitar, just like, oh man, that was such a good experience.
And I had total acceptance. Literally, my fucking homie threatened to blow up my fucking house. He threatened to blow up my family's house, and then the other motherfucker dissed me on the same day that we tripped. And Destiny was like, "Nah, we need to still trip because we, and I'm like, okay." And we did, and we had one of the best trips I ever think of.
It was dope too. When we got to the top of the hill,
it just
we got up there. There was all these trees, and the sunlight hit it so perfectly when we got to the very crest, where it was like
I still have
it
footage.
was just shadows and like golden, sparkling sunlight going through the shadows.
I still have footage of it.
It was like a Disney movie. It was like fucking Snow White.
I still have footage of it somewhere. Like
you do?
Yes. We did a vlog that day because y'all was starting a band. Y'all was starting a band, and then we stopped at the little pond.
I should have never tried to get with Destiny, bro. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because we would have made some good fucking music, man.
And now she's like gone.
Yeah,
like she disappeared.
She's a hippie traveling.
She totally disappeared.
United States.
Yeah, she disappeared. Like, and see, and now like, because like months ago, like I was talking to her, she's like, yeah, like. What's up? How you doing? You good? And then all this extra shit happened. Like, like her man, like, and then like everything changed. And then she like hit me up. She's like, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you good? You know what I'm saying? We was talking, and I was like, bro, like, let's record a song. She's like, no, I don't record a song like that no more. She's like, I record natural songs. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright, man, whatever, dude. Like, fuck.
Natural songs.
Yeah, like, I mean, no, like
Yoko
overbeats, like, you know, it has to be with the instruments and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, but you got talent. Like, come on. Like, but I get it. But it's like she disappeared. She gone forever.
Dude,
like, but
that album, man. Fuck, dude.
I remember it like, y'all was singing that one
to
song.
Austin and his girlfriend that one night. You were there.
I remember that. Was that when the guy was like, they motherfuckers treat me like a ghost? Or was that a different place?
Yeah.
You were there? Like
No.
that homeless guy? Oh. Yeah, there was that homeless guy. That's how we came up with that song, like, why you treat me like a ghost? Hell no. Like,
Bro, do you
there
still
was
have
some-
that song?
somewhere, yeah.
Wasn't I?
Yeah, dude, everybody was on it. Gary, all the motherfuckers were on that shit.
Wow.
Everybody was on that shit. Like, we had like 9 motherfuckers on that shit. Fred, you, Quinn was on that shit. I was on that shit. Michael, Fred,
Was
Gary,
that the one
man.
where
Like, holy
Quinn's
shit.
verse, like, he took forever to record it?
Probably, dude. There was like 8 of us in there. Like, we were packed in that in Soul Ray's house. But dude, yeah, too bad that Destiny like doesn't want to record no music. But like, she was fucking amazing. But that trip was also amazing too, and that led us to like all these different things that happened. And like the 777, it was so constant. It was happening all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I swear, dude. Like that shit. Like, I don't know how to explain that shit. But the thing is that what I took away from that, which I was going to say this earlier, but the thing that took away from that, or it didn't take away from that for me, but there was one person trying to stop that connection, and that motherfucker was a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, you can't do it. He's like, no, you can't hang around this person because of this or whatever. But it's like, we had it, it's like, bro, it's like been a long time. It's like, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you good. Like, he was just on a bad vibe. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah. And he hated me for that because like we was just being friends with people, you know what I'm saying? And we had amazing experiences. But so to me, all I took from that was that somebody wanted to hold back good connections, you know what I'm saying? But we share great connections and
Good
had a better
vibrations.
time, yeah. And it's like, and it's actually pretty sad because like, you know, that motherfucker like ended up like, I don't even know. I mean, he's probably good now. I hope he's good. I'm just saying, like, he tried to hold back good energy. He could have been chilling with us the whole time.
Yeah.
But he was on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. I accept that guy. Like, he's cool. Like, I forgive him. He forgives me. He learned, you know what I'm saying? And it goes with anybody else. Like, we chill, and then it's like, why? It's like, it's like, why should you just be like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Like, let's get over it. Let's chill. Let's, like, find a path to success, you know.
Yeah.
But he's finding his path, we're finding our path, and you know, like that's, to me, that's the path to 777, and you know, we can all get to it one day, you know. What happened to her? Is she good?
Yeah, she probably passed out.
I figured so.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling good at all.
You gonna go wake her up?
No.
Oh,
She's gonna be
But you said she's coming
exhausted.
back.
yeah, you I said that's
She
up to you
said
to-
she would, but it's like
Let's
she
go
was
get her-
passing
let's go
out.
wake her
She's
up.
not feeling good.
Okay, I'm gonna let her
You can't
sleep.
just wake her up.
But I mean, you
She had a
were
long
like,
night.
you're like, no, she's gonna get up. I'm like, all right, I'll
well,
leave
she
that up
said
to
she
you.
would, and I went back in, and she was passed out, and I was like, okay, yeah, no. Like, if she wasn't feeling good, she's really stressed about her car, you know, and her and I talked for a bit.
I didn't
and-
know she was a big lightweight.
Well, she said she'd have been drinking that much in like a long time.
No, I mean, I'm not like dissing her. I'm just saying I didn't know she was a big lightweight. Like, we wouldn't have stayed at the fucking open mic for so long if I knew that shit. Like, if I knew that she was a lightweight, I'd be like, nah, like, you had enough.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to. She said she wanted to forget everything, and I was like, well.
See,
yeah.
I really wanted to hear her story too. Like that's disappointing. I wanted to hear what she had to say. You know, like.
Well, she still has stuff to say,
Oh no, I'm
So-
certain she will.
but I feel like she's had a long night. you
Morning
know.
podcast with coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't want me to make her coffee and have the pumpkin spice stuff. So
I mean the.
no, the pumpkin, the
The spunkin spice.
the chai
or the
thing I have in the
spunkin' pies?
fridge.
Yeah, I don't know about that because like I don't drink no
pumpkin
pumpkin
pies?
spice bullshit.
The sumpkin pies.
Yes.
I don't drink no pumpkin spice
Pumpkins.
bullshit.
Pumpkins.
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 Yeah.
Man, this sucks because I want to keep going, but I feel like this is long enough.
No,
I
yeah,
gotta
man,
go
that was
to
a really
bed.
good, energetic episode.
It's like, dude, like, I wish we just did these in like 10-minute intervals because, like, I mean, dude, I got another fucking 2 hours in me, but Sure, absolutely nobody else does. But I mean, shit, if somebody does, and I mean, we'll keep going. But this is an anti-interview. This is WHYFYRE, however you want to say it.
No, you have to
Subscribe,
stress
share.
one way, or else
Subscribe.
no one's gonna get it right, and it's not gonna be
It
memorable.
doesn't matter as long as you spell it right.
No, it does
as long
matter.
as you spell it right.
It's WHYFYRE.
But as long as you spell it right, that's
It's
what matters.
live here. Coming
Dude,
soon.
I
Balloon
just-
exercise video in progress. Keep
I mean,
your ear to
not
the
yet,
ground,
but it's like it will be as soon
Ground
as
I
we
do
to
have
the
a bunch
ear,
of ideas for that video.
ground
Okay,
to the
good.
sky,
Because we
sky to the
need
mind.
about like 300 balloons, about like 100 or maybe 200 helium balloons. No, we just need to fill up the garage with
Yeah.
balloons either way.
Really
So
want to have it in the garage? I guess the
yes,
green
because
screen.
it makes sense.
It's an enclosed space.
We
Yeah.
can have it in both. We can bring it in the house. We can have it in here. It
All
doesn't
we
matter.
literally need to do is just get them stacked up against this,
Mhm.
and then
That's
have
what I'm
maybe
saying.
the corner just
No.
covered.
I was like just hiding the wall.
No, we
because
need
it's
to
so
fill the-
trashy in
floor.
here.
We need to fill the entire room with it. And then, like, at the end of the video, like, it should be during the day. At the end of the video, we open the garage and they all, like, go up to the sky. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, bro.
Yes. Yes. And then,
Alright,
then,
so let's write a skit.
all right, yeah, let's do it on the next podcast that we're about to start recording. So this is the end of this one because it's been too long. And shout out to y'all. And you know what? We love you if you're listening to this. I want to say other things, but my advisors highly advise me not to say other things about y'all.
Just peace and love. And remember, there's only one question that remains.
Who is God?
Why fear?
Why fear?
Thank you
Yes.
guys. Have a good night.